Okay, so we've gone over, after the first part of that worksheet, you would have seen walkthrough on your page, so that means you started your walkthrough with the customers. Very important, something I like to do is take them with me. There's a reason for that. You want to see where their ventilation is in their home. You want them to see things that you may point out that we've talked about in the seminar or the event, that the soffits might be painted over or the gable screens are clogged. There's a reason to bring them with me. So you've walked around with the customer, okay? You've gone in the attic. Now you can choose the way you want to do it. I like to, in some cases, go outside first, some cases go in the attic first. It's really a toss-up, but you're going to do both of those. So we've done our walkthrough outside. We've walked up in the attic. We're taking photos all along. This is very important to take pictures. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, and there's a reason for that. Let's say that Fran and Frank are with you, and Fran doesn't walk outside. Well, now you can show her those pictures that you've taken, pointing out the issues that you've already preliminarily pointed out with them at the seminar. So you're going back to those issues and you're showing them. And a lot of people don't know this stuff. They didn't know their soffits were covered. They didn't know where their gables were. Some people don't even know where the soffits and gables are placed. So there's a reason for doing this. So we've done the walkthrough outside. We've pointed out the issues. We've taken photographs. We've gone in the attic. We've taken photographs in the attic. And during that time, you want to use your thermal camera always. You want them to see the images on the camera. So for those of you who may use a cell phone or a tablet for it, they can always, if they're behind you, they're always looking at those images. And when you get to a part that may be a barren part of insulation or show up different on the thermal camera, stop and let them see that. They're visually seeing the things that you've talked about in the event. Very important, because you're pinpointing the issues, you're showing them. And that's going to put validity when you sit down at the table and you attempt your pre-close from the start. So you've gone through. Now I like to use suggestive things when I'm in the attic. I like to say, well, that's what the earth shield will take care of this. So when we put that material down, that'll do this. Or when we put our solar fan in, that'll pull the air from the outside. It's assuming. If you use terms like that, you're assuming all along. You're watching their body language and hopefully reacting to things they might be saying. But if you're saying, the earth shield will work great in here, so it's going to be perfect, it's going to go right over here, it's going to be around this way, you're pointing things out and you're assuming they're going to do it, because you always want to assume the sale. So you've done your walkthrough, you've looked at the outside of the home, you've looked at the HVAC system, the water heater, you've gone in the attic, you've done your complete walkthrough process. At that point, you want to come back to the table and you want both parties there. So if your wife's out doing something or the husband, you want to make sure they're sitting down with you and they're both there, because whether you realize it or not, if they've said that I make decisions without my wife, everybody makes decisions together. So you want to make sure you have the decision makers at the table with you, especially while you're going over this very pertinent information. So you've come back down, you've gathered this data, you know that they have soffits. So this page right here will ask you that. Is there soffits? Yes or no? Are they partially vented? Yes or no? Are there gables? Yes. Is there 3? Is there a ridge vent? Yes. Is there a whirlybird? No whirlybird. Now it asks for roof pitch. Now you don't have to be exact on this. There's several examples, but the closest part that you can see that shows the roof that you were looking at, and if there's several different pitches, circle those, okay? Now, number of attic doors and location of main attic door entrance. You may have 3 entrances. You may have cubbyhole entrance in the bonus room and regular. Notate that. And there's reasons for this. We want to know where those entrances are, and it makes it a lot easier to translate to your installer if you've taken this necessary information. I like to take a lot of photographs and put those photographs in the pipe drive. So you've done that, you've made the notes here, okay? And at that point, this is where you turn over your sheet. This third page is very important. This is your close sheet. This is where you need all their attention, you need to watch what you're doing. So let's say that we have an optimizer and some other products on here that we don't carry or we don't use at the time, which is fine. There's a reason those are on here. Those are sell-off items. This way, you as the sales rep or consultant, I use the term consultant, you can circle earth shield. Okay, folks, talk about the earth shield. The earth cool would work great in here. The solar ventilation. The optimizer's not going to work for you. Solar water heater. They don't have an area that needs to be painted, so the earth coat's not going to work. Regular insulation looks good. Whole house solar to come back to. So now you've maybe picked out 3 items on here versus picking out all 6 or 7 or 8. And what that does, it shows that you're not just trying to sell the customer every product, okay? So then I always circle seminar pricing, okay? And then I go down to the bottom and I circle seminar pricing again, because now their eyes are fixated on what is the seminar pricing and what is home show internet pricing, okay? And I'm going to explain the process next and how to go through this part right here. But at this point, you should have the attention of both parties involved, both decision makers, and this is where you start asking the more solid close questions.